Okay, so how do we do this using that equation? Well, you see, I didn't erase all my work here for this problem because the first couple steps are going to be the same, okay? So if we read through the problem, 110 kilometers per hour, it says the average speed of a car is 110 kilometers per hour. How long will it take the car to travel 715 kilometers? Well, we're still going to identify our variables. It said the speed is 110 kilometers, so speed equals, S equals 110 kilometers per hour. How long will it take? How long is asking you for time. So how long time equals question mark. Our t is just going to be like an x, an a, a b, a y, whatever we want to do to set our variables. Okay, and then our distance is going to be 715 kilometers. Travel 715 kilometers. Okay, and that is what we have there. Okay, now step 2. So this is all step 1 here. Step 1. And that is done, okay? Step 2 is going to be identify the equation. Well, we're going to use the triangle method, okay? So, in the triangle on the slides there, if you read through those slides, it says D always goes in the top. The distance always goes in the top of the triangle, okay? Well, what goes on the bottom, okay? Well, then we're our other two variables. And it doesn't matter what order. We could put an S here, we could put an S there, it doesn't matter. And we could put a T here, or we could put a T here, it doesn't matter. One goes in one place, one goes in the other place. But the D always has to go on the top, okay? We know that S equals D over T, okay? Well, how does this triangle show that? The S is here on the side. It equals the D, which is up here, always on top of the T. So S equals D over T, okay? Now, what does T equal? T equals, T's right here on the side, D over S. So D is always over S. And then what does D equal? D is on the top here, so D equals S and T are beside each other. When two things are next to each other, we end up multiplying them together. Okay, so that's manipulating equation. For this equation, remember, we want to know what T is. So we're going to use the equation. There it is. T equals D over S. Okay, so now we're going to plug, we have our equation. We're going to plug in our numbers, okay? We don't know what T is, so we're going to leave that be our variable. We do know that D is 715 kms. We know the speed is 110 kms per hour. And now we're going to solve for the equation. Well, our kms cancel each other out because when you have kms and you divide it by kms, it's just like 2 divided by 2, you're going to get 1. And that's all that is there. So T equals 715 divided by 110. If you watched the last video, we kind of already did this, but there it is, 6.5. Sorry, on my calculator. 6.5, and this would be, what's our unit? Hours doesn't cancel out. Hours is in the denominator, but it's in the denominator in the denominator. So this is down here divided by kms divided by hours, so the hours actually swings up. And you should be able to identify for chapter 1 this year and chapter 1 last year what the standard unit of time would be, okay? Either hours or seconds when we're looking at that. And that's how you solve it using the equation. Did we end up with the same answer? Yes. Okay, this is doing it algebraically. That's doing it using the triangle, okay? Algebraically, a little bit more math, okay? The triangle is a shortcut way, but you gotta know how to set up the triangle to use it. All right, next one we'll be solving for distance.